Hey there, Walt here from WaltInPA. Just out for a little joyride on the freshly cleaned bike, which was well overdue. You know, they say you should perform chain maintenance every 500 to 600 miles. And there is a reason for it, because when you wait for 3,000 miles to roll over, there is so much gook and grime in the chain that it is disgusting.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm Phil from Western Super Motovlog. Don't worry, you haven't clicked on the wrong link. I'm just here to introduce an awesome moto channel, and that's WaltInPA. Stay safe, guys, and I'll catch you on the flip side.
So, in a video not all that long ago, I had mentioned that I picked up an Abba Superbike stand, or I ordered one. They're from the UK. There's no going to the store and picking one up. And I did that so that I would be able to do chain maintenance without having to walk this bike around my driveway, to do a little bit of the chain at a time when it came to cleaning and lubing it. So the Abba stand arrived a couple of days ago. Today I decided to put it to use. It was a beautiful day out. While I would rather have been out riding all day, I put about, oh, I don't know, 65 miles. Well, there's the answer. I put about 65 miles on the bike this morning, and then I wanted to stretch my legs a little bit, so I just went home and cleaned the bike, and that was my little break from riding. So I cleaned it up real good. I didn't have any kerosene, so I used WD-40 as a cleaner, because it's not, everything I'm reading says that it's not a very good lubricant, but it works very well for cleaning, and it is safe for the O-rings. So that's what I did. I busted out a can of WD-40, used most of that bad boy to loosen up all the grime, and then scrubbed it down with a brush. Had to spray it down again, scrub it again, and then spray it down again and scrub it again. And finally I got all that thick gunk out of the chain and relatively clean. And of course this was after I cleaned the bike, because I figured that was the best time to do it. I didn't want to get, I guess it, now that I think of it, getting soapy water on a clean chain probably would have been just fine, since I was going to lube it afterward anyway. So anyway, I cleaned the bike. I scrubbed the chain clean with a WD-40 and just a plastic bristle brush. Then from there I wound up cleaning the wheels, because I got WD-40 all over the wheel. I had to clean it off. And then I bought this paraffin-based chain wax as like a sealant slash lubricant, mostly just a sealant, I believe, which of course I got some of that on the wheel, and I had to clean the wheel again. Lesson learned a lot during that little exercise in cleaning and general maintenance. So back to that Superbike stand. So I ordered the kit. There's like the base model Superbike stand, and then there is an accessory package that will allow you to work on the front wheel as well. They're like 2 extension arms and a strap which pulls the balance of the bike backwards and raises the front wheel. So I ordered both. It was a little confusing looking at how all this stuff went together, but you know, in a YouTube instructional video, and I had the stand set up in about 5 minutes, and it worked beautifully. I mean, I was very impressed with just how easy the stand was to set up, how easy it was to get the bike off the ground and to start working on it. It was very cool. Kind of expensive at $285, but then again, it did ship all the way from the UK. And in the grand scheme of things, by the time I would have bought the bobbins and the kit and the paddock stand, I probably would have been not far from what I spent to get set up with the Superbike stand. And while I had the bike all cleaned and apart, I decided to put on the the tank, or the tail bag that I got for Christmas, which I was fighting with the first time I tried to put it on. it's funny. It's a Nelson-Rigg Commuter Series sport bike tail bag. So it's meant to sit on that small pillion seat in the back and not take up a whole lot of space. It's not meant to carry a lot of cargo. But I wanted something small that I could just put some odds and ends in. So anyway, the first time I tried to set it up, I was having a lot of trouble with the straps because it's a buckle system. It's a universal fit, so it wraps around the bottom of the seat and then buckles to the bag. And it's two sets of buckles that are kind of tied together. And what was happening was there was so much extra material that there was just nowhere to go with it. It wound up getting wadded up under the seat, and I couldn't get it to snap into place. So I was getting frustrated. I wound up just pulling the tail bag off the bike and not using it for a while. And then, you know, winter hit, so it wasn't like I was out riding a lot. So today I decided to give it another go. I wound up cutting off probably a foot of extra material off of the 4 straps. But they're nylon straps, so I cut them. I hit them with a butane torch to melt the frayed ends together and to clean them up. And well, it works. It's not, unfortunately, I can't really cinch down on it like I was trying to, because the buckles are at about the midpoint in the bag, so you wind up crushing the bottom section of the bag, which kind of sucks. So the bag's on there a little bit looser than I would have hoped, but you know, for what it is, it's getting the job done. And actually, this is the first ride I'm taking on the bike with the stand, or with the tail bag, and it's kind of cool because it almost feels like I'm riding with a stepped seat, and I have just the tiniest little bit of back support. So there's, I don't know, there's almost like a stop on the seat. Not that I ride that far back, but you know, when I sit up and scooch my butt back to get comfortable, you know, I hit the bag and it provides a little bit of support. It's actually kind of nice. Throwing my leg up and over that extra material, it feels like I'm throwing a karate kick, but I suppose I'll get used to that too. This is actually the first ride I have taken in quite a while where I was not wearing a backpack, or where I am not wearing a backpack. And let me tell you, when you get accustomed to wearing a backpack, it feels really weird riding without one. Like I feel like something is missing, almost like a safety device is missing, even though the backpack has no safety features whatsoever. It's just strange because I'm used to having, I don't know, I guess that little bit of restriction that the backpack produces, because it's on your back and it has weight, so it is pulling on you a bit, even though it is comfortable and it fits really well. There is weight there, and it's just strange being on the bike without a backpack for once. To be fair, I'll probably still wear the backpack even though I have the tail bag, mostly because that's where all my extra camera gear is. That's where all my batteries are and stuff. I mean, I suppose I could fit it all in the tail bag, but I don't know, I've been using the backpack for so long now that it just feels natural. I don't know, maybe I'll have to play around with the tail bag a little bit. The one nice thing about the backpack is it has a helmet carrier in it. I don't have anywhere on this bike to lock up the helmet, so anytime I go somewhere, you know, and I get off the bike, I take the helmet with me, and it's just really nice having that helmet carrier built into the backpack, so that I just kind of put it into the helmet hammock. I don't know what it's actually called, but I like to think of it as the helmet hammock. And then I just carry that bad boy around on my back, and it just gets the job done. I like it. As much as I'd love to just stay out and ride till the sun goes down, I also kind of want to get home, play with my kids a little bit. I was out for a couple hours this morning, riding around, visited with my sister. I spent maybe an hour and a half at her house, and then I came home, washed the bike. My middle daughter came out and wanted to help me. I didn't really want her touching rags with all kinds of chemicals and stuff on them. Well, I mean, with WD-40 on them. So she helped me the best she could. She handed me rags so I could wipe off the bike and dry off the bike, and she got me the hose so I could spray it down. And that was fun. She doesn't have any interest in motorcycles per se, but she just likes spending time with me no matter what it is that I'm doing, which is a nice change of pace, because my 10-year-old is just like, she's become so self-reliant, and she does her thing with her friends, and I don't know, Dad's not as fun as he used to be. She still hangs out with me from time to time, but it's nothing like what it used to be, or even what it's like with my middle daughter. It's funny, when I went to put the tail bag on the bike, I pulled the seat off and I took it in the house so that I could work on the straps in the house. And my daughter was outside with me, my middle daughter, and she sees me pull the seat off, and then I go in the house and I hear her ask her mom. She says, "Mommy, why did Daddy take the seat off of his motorcycle?" My wife says, "Well, I don't know. Why don't you ask him?" So she comes in the house. She says, "Daddy, why did you take the seat off of your motorcycle?" I looked her dead in the eye. I said, "Because I don't want you riding it. And if I take the seat off, you can't ride it." And she just gave me this cold, hard stare, like, how dare you accuse me of wanting to ride your motorcycle? It was just one of those amusing dad moments. And then she helped me put the straps on for the tail bag. Oh, geez, throwing my leg up over this thing is up. I'll just go ahead and say it's a bitch. And what's worse is, I went home to clean the bike, and my wife's like, "Why are you cleaning the bike wearing your motorcycle pants and your boots and stuff?" I was like, this shouldn't take that long. I want to clean it and get back out and, you know, take it for a little spin before I put it away for the day. She's like, "Well, why don't you just wear like regular clothes?" No, it'll only take a minute. So I won't like scrub it on the bike, and I wind up ripping my crotch. So I gotta get a needle and thread and fix that. Of course, we don't have needle and threads because it's 2021. You don't have that sort of stuff in a modern household, apparently. So there she is, cleaned up. I mean, I didn't detail it or anything. I just gave it a nice good cleaning, and I think it looks great. You know, the bird shit's gone off the transformer head, so I won't mind taking pictures of it now. That's where it looked like an eagle flew over and pooped, like a 3-pound poop out of the sky. And big smear on the headlight. Got to get better at this. I don't take nearly enough photos of the bike in any real interesting positions. This is basically going to hit Instagram saying, "Hey, look at my clean bike and tail bag. Yeehaw." Might actually do that, exactly that, and include the yeehaw, because that's how I roll. Awkward. So anyway, folks, that's it. This ride wasn't supposed to be anything fancy, so probably gonna ride a little bit further and then head on home, hang out with the kids for a little bit, probably finish off the night out on the deck with a cigar, a little bit of bourbon. Man, I hope this weather keeps up. It is beautiful. So, thank you for all the support. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Click on that subscribe button. And as always, ride safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ugh. Karate kick. GoPro, stop recording.